Morning everyone, and welcome to my channel. As you can guess, this isn't my first attempt at this video. Lexi could hear a dog across the road, and she started whining and making a fuss, making all those noises like telling mum there's something going on. So I had to evict her from my studio. So I need to start again now. I'm going to change Scarlett today and Trystan, because for the life of me, I'm going to try today, but for the life of me I cannot change them slowly. I've just done it so many times with kids and grandkids, and dollies and things. I just find it impossible to do it really slow and nicely and as I'm talking. So I've got Scarlett with me. She did have the navy outfit on and the navy headband. I might be able to salvage the first part of my video where she was dressed in that before Lexi started. But we'll see. I'll only be repeating things anyway. So I'm going to change her into the headband she's got on. Excuse me. And these little ditzy leggings from Next, and this beautiful matching butterfly peasant style top. I like these. I like quite boho type clothes. Excuse me, I'm still suffering with this virus. I've had it since Friday. Missed my granddaughter's wedding yesterday. I thought about struggling just to the wedding itself, and then going before the meal and everything. And then I thought, I can't really. The reason she brought the wedding forward in a rush is because her other nan is really poorly. She's on oxygen and this sort of thing. So I couldn't risk giving something to her. She's already had her other nan on intensive care, and they were getting ready to switch off the machinery once a couple of years ago when she was expecting Josie, my great granddaughter. So I'm not going to risk putting her through that again. So we stayed away yesterday, and everyone just sent us millions of photographs. So not quite the same, obviously. It's a huge milestone. My eldest grandchild, first grandchild, and first one to be married or anything. But at the same time, sometimes, life is more precious, isn't it, as well? So I don't know, it's very difficult. So that was that. I have managed, so finally, since Friday, to get rid of the banging headache I had. I had an awful banging headache. Didn't matter what I took. I take tramadol, paracetamol for my arthritis, and hypermobility issues and things, and even that wouldn't get rid of this banging headache. It was awful, but that's gone now, thankfully. I just feel a bit fluey. I'm still aching a bit, but I feel a bit better myself, and I'm hot, like not power surge hot, older lady power surge hot. It's a different hot, more of a little bit of a temperature hot. But I'm happy to say I think it's passing over now. So we'll celebrate that, I think, with a nice herbal tea. I've got it with me just in case I start coughing. So I'm hoping that sometimes, for the strangest thing is that when you have got a bit of an asthma chest, or a bit of a cloggy chest, I don't know why it works, but when you're talking, I suppose you breathe in more rapidly and things, and it seems to sort of help it a bit. So whether like breathing exercises and things like that would be good for asthma, I don't know. I've had it since I was 12 and no one's ever said anything. Oh, doesn't she look so really sweet? Oh, I like this outfit on. I haven't put her on for a while. Every time I tidy her drawer, I see it there in her little pile of tops, excuse me, and I think, oh, I must put that on her. I haven't put that on her for a while. I think the problem was I was putting these ditzy things on her so much when she was first made that you just want to break then, don't you? And lately I've been into sleep suits. It's been sleep suits all the way lately for some reason. So I hope you hear me okay. When I'm moving around sorting out clothes and things. But I think she looks really sweet, doesn't she? She looks really lovely. I'm going to see if I can swap her over with Trystan, because Trystan is just in her crib, and I'm going to change him in a moment. He's wearing the outfit he had on the other day when I showed him on Theme Thursday. And today he's going to wear Oh, sorry folks. This little hat, which is from H&M. I like the way it says hello down there, like hello world, a little tag. And then this sleep suit, which is from Next, but I actually got it or bought it from, I won't stay up, eBay. It was one of those shops that sells ex-high street stuff, and it's really lovely. I really like it. So I'm going to put those on him, and he's going to look proper little baby boy and gorgeous, as if he doesn't already. So I'll just get him out of the crib. I'll try not to sound too quiet. If I bring him over in his blue and pop him down, and then we can take Scarlett out, and I can just put her straight back in her crib. There you go, sweetie. All nice and warm. Put you back in your crib. There you go. Back off peacefully in the landed nod, not disturbed by mum. And then we get out this little chunk. I love it when I pick him up. I don't like my babies too heavy, but this one suits having a little bit of a weight to him. So we'll just go all the rigmarole and I'll get the blanket over, because I don't think he wants to lay in pink, does he? And I'll put him down. There he goes. There you go, little man. Can you see him okay? Yeah, I'll turn him around a little bit. There we go, because he's about 22 inches. It varies with the bodies, isn't it? But he is about 22 inches. I'll just move it up a little bit. I don't know if this is better or worse doing it this way than stopping the video and just move Scarlett's dirty washing, move her dress and stuff. Yeah, I don't know whether it's better to do this on a video and save the stopping and starting, and you know, and helping when you're editing, and it's more realistic, really, isn't it? I do like my videos to be more natural. I do talk to you naturally. I just talk to you as if I'm talking to my friends, as I always say. I don't, I just want it to be like as if, you know, we're chatting together. That's what I try and achieve. And that's why, like, I always give, like, my honest opinions on things and things like that. But don't feel that you gotta agree with me wholeheartedly. I'm always up for, you know, if you think something's not quite right, or you know something's different to what I said, you know, I don't obviously want people to be rude to me, but you know, and have a go at me, but I'm quite open to, you know, discussion and things, because, you know, we're adults and that's how it should be. Sometimes we don't interpret things right, sometimes we can pass on useful information, and sometimes it's just nice to have a chat. I did get a thumbs down yesterday, which I don't usually get. I've only ever had, I think, one before, so that was hysterical. I did chuckle, because obviously somebody didn't like my content, didn't like me, or just didn't like me speaking the truth. But I'm sorry, but I don't do fancy pants on here. I just try and say it as it is to the best of my knowledge. So I don't know, and if you don't like it, why are you watching? But at the same time, you know, if you, instead of leaving a thumbs down, why not either don't watch a video you don't like, because that's just silly. Why would you do that? I don't watch football. I hate football. Two grown men, or lots of grown men even, kicking a football around and getting paid thousands and thousands of pounds, spitting all over the pitch that they then slide on their knees on, all that kind of thing. I'd rather go into a knitting convention, to be honest. I'd love that. But, or a doll show, but I don't sit and watch it, and I don't like it. So that's, you know, what I always think about that. But I'd rather that person, instead of disliking me, said, I think you said too much, or I don't think you should have said that, or you're wrong on a certain point. And I could have said, well, you know, answered him, because I wouldn't be rude, and I would have just said, oh, well, thank you, and you know, thank you for the information, or I'll take that point on board, and that kind of thing. You know, the sort of thing I'm trying to say. I just would have, it would have been fine. Look at that over his face. I do like the hat's a little bit lower. There you go. Oh, I'll be so glad to get rid of this thing. I've got the kids tomorrow and Tuesday after school, but hopefully, if I feel a bit better today, I'll feel a bit better tomorrow. It's a bit boring when people go on, and I know some people won't watch a channel if somebody says, oh, they're poorly or something like that. But you know, people are poorly. We all get bugs. We all might have an illness. And in fact, sometimes if you know that people you're talking to have got something you've got, then it makes something, you know, you think to yourself, well, I'm not the only one. You know, and it can be helpful sometimes because you might want to ask that person a question or something, or they might give you some more information. I'm very into passing information on. You ask my kids, I need a soapbox. I just think that, you know, I grew up in a family where nothing was ever talked about, nothing was ever said, and it took me, from 1983 when my dad died to about 2 years ago to find out what he died of, because I found the death certificate in the family history stuff, and I knew it was there, but I just hadn't read it through, because for one thing, you don't want to read it, do you? Don't, sort of thing. And the second thing was, I assumed that I was told he just died. We were told he just died. He'd had bad heart for a long time, and he just died. That was it. And we all accepted it. I was 22 and 8 months pregnant for my middle daughter. And, you know, my youngest brother was 13 and I was the eldest at 22, and there was 2 in the middle. So, and we just accepted it, because you accept what your mum says, don't you? And then to find out years later he died of a blood clot in the heart, really threw me, and I wasn't happy about it. Wasn't happy at all. I wouldn't be surprised if my buzzer didn't go now for the flats and the dogs start barking, because I've just seen a delivery van go on the corner, and I'm waiting for 2 paper pads today for my paper crafts, 2 really like Alice in Wonderland themed, and the other one was like magical themed or something, like unicorns and that kind of thing. So hopefully Lexi won't start barking. But doesn't he look so cute? I love him dressed like a proper traditional baby boy, and on the front he's got these lovely it's very difficult holding it up. I can't hold things up very well in front of the phone. I never get it right. But these are all embroidered. The clouds are embroidered. I like that with next things. And even the little words hello are embroidered, which I thought matched the hat look. Even though they're not from the same company, it matches. So I thought he looked really sweet in that. And the blue backdrop is lovely when you've got them dressed to match, isn't it? So that's it really. My granddaughter had a beautiful wedding yesterday. As I say, I got sent loads and loads of pictures. I'll put 1 or 2 on the end, just in case you'd like to see. My daughter did send me a very, very, very short clip that she'd caught on her phone, and it was so funny because my great-granddaughter Josie was sat with one of the nans, and of course Mummy'd been out the room, hadn't she? And then Mummy comes in the room with her other granddad, and she says, "There's Mummy," like as if words stuff like, "There's Mummy." And it was so, and it just rung right out because her voice really carries, "There's Mummy." And I'm sure she said, "Where you been, Mummy?" But it was a bit, you know, like little ones are, because she's not 2 till Christmas. I thought, "There's Mummy," right across everything, just little Josie's voice. I thought that was magic. I loved that. So I have put some pictures up on my Instagram, and I did try yesterday. I picked one of my old videos just to practice with, just one of where I made a handmade album a couple of years ago now. I actually gave Jade that for her birthday, not this year, the year before, I think, so it's just over a year ago. And I put that up to just try out uploading a video to Instagram, and it did work. So, but they don't show like a thing, like what you call it when you get a little picture to show you what you've put up. A thumbnail. Looking at my thumbnail. They just show like a red and coloured screen, so people don't know what you've actually got on there, I don't think, until you actually go on there. You know, go on and click onto the video itself. So I don't know. So excuse me. So I'm gonna leave it there for now, and go and have a sip of my herbal tea. sorry everyone. Look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Doesn't herbal tea always look really horrible in a cup? It's like it's a Twinings one, and it's cucumber and strawberry. I think things like that. It's also good for your skin and like collagen and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, but it just tastes nice. I always like put a little bit of honey in there, and I'll be sipping that today through the day a little bit, I think. Yeah, look. I won't say the name out loud again because I'll get into trouble, won't I? I'll see if I can delete that word. It's got that on it, look. Other makes are available. Yes, other ones are available. Nothing like a nice cup of TEA, is there? Oh God, what are we allowed to say now? I don't know what we're allowed to say anymore. Will this get stopped? What's going to happen? I did see a video saying that actually, according to the law, there is a middle ground where you can still be monetized, still have ads, I think he said, but I wouldn't swear to it. And according to this is on the actual copper thing. Is it FTC or FTY or FYTC or whatever it is in America? Because we don't have them in the UK. And in their laws, there is a middle ground, but YouTube don't want to bring it in. But hopefully they will. And then we can all carry on as normal, and we can't offend anybody because our content is for adults and children, unless obviously we mark it specifically for adults or specifically for children for a particular reason. So I'm hoping it's all going to sort itself out in the end, and we'll all be fine. We'll find, I mean, that would be the ideal, wouldn't it? Just, have it as this middle ground, suitable for most audiences type setting. I mean, that would be, make such a change. But there we go. I went on and did the petition thing, whatever it's called, they have in America, because I don't think we haven't got it over here, where you can go and say why you, what you think about these things and what you would like changed or why it affects you or something like that. And I just just tried to interrogate as much as I could think with my banging head about, how it affects us, because we're adult collectors and our channels aren't really intended for children. But at the same time, we get grouped into the children's thing, and I just put that on there. And I think a lot of other people are doing the same now as well. So if you go to my last video, there is a link underneath where you can go onto that and say your piece. And apart from that, I don't really, unless anything important comes up, I just want to leave it there for now so we can enjoy the babies and the hobby until anything comes along and sweeps us all away, if it does. But I'll still be here on the children's channel, so if you want to, look out for me, and I'll be around making my videos and just being careful what I'm saying so I don't upset any children. But I think my videos are fine anyway. I generally just come on and chat about all sorts of nonsense and change a baby or do a theme Thursday, and that's it then, isn't it? So that's it for today. I'll go and upload all this and hopefully make some sense out of it, and hope you can make some sense of me today. I'm not really, was it compass mentis, is that the right words for it? And I'm not fully in control of my brain today. Still not fully functioning, but a lot better, thank you everyone. So right, I'm off now, so have a lovely weekend everybody. Take care of yourselves and each other, lots of love, bye.